Few months ago, I came across this video on the YouTube from a neurosurgeon who graduated from MIT describing his own experience as a neurosurgeon and how he observed and how he found out that many people that were going under the neurosurgical procedure, that was the traditional treatment of choice for many cases of lower back pain, were not necessarily getting better results even after going under the traditional treatment, and how he found out that many people who were not necessarily going under the knife, but they were taking rather a different approach, a unconventional approach of modifying their lifestyle, in which they focused mainly on their diet and their exercise and their overall mental well-being and overall mental health, how they got a better result even when it's compared to the surgical interventional route. So the doctor was amazed and surprised by the findings that he could observe in his patients, and he mentioned in that particular video that the lifestyle approach that the patients were taking was, even in some instances, more beneficial compared to the neurosurgical interventional procedures. So the doctor came to the realization, and he explained in that video that he now started to believe that many of the interventional procedure that we do in the medical field are not necessarily focused solely on the betterment of the health outcome of patients, but rather it is to a great extent focused on making profits and doing business. Although it sounds unfortunate, but I, to some great extent, agree with that particular doctor. And I think that in today's time, medical science has transformed, or medical science has changed is its course of applicability, because many a times I see that that particular medical science, which is extremely important, which is extremely beneficial, and which is probably one of the most demanding areas for human needs, is now focused, or is now transformed, it has now been transformed into a business plan or a profitable area in which many business minded people can make their businesses. For instance, in my own country, which is now considered a diabetic capital due to the presence of great number of uh, people who are suffering from diabetes mellitus, I have noticed that recently in my country they have increased the cost of the diabetes medicines, because they fully know, they are absolutely aware of the fact that the people who undergo the diabetic treatment, they either have to take the medications for the diabetes mellitus throughout their lives, or they will have to take the insulin that they take a form of injection throughout their lives. And they have particularly identified this area that they can make money from for a long time and for from a large number of people, and they have raised the price of that particular medicine. They have strategically did that, they have strategically done that to make a profit and to ensure that their business plan goes forward from this particular disease. So this observation has also given me this understanding that yes, what the doctor was saying in that particular video is correct. Like, the medical field has now become something to make money out of, to a great extent. Still, there are many practitioners, still, there are many scientists, many doctors who are trying their absolute best to push forward this science, which has given lives to many people, which has enhanced the health care for many patients. And I think the preventive aspect is something that we need to focus on, and that will that will reduce the necessity for many surgical procedures, many treatments, many medical therapies, and all. But if they focus too much on the preventive aspect of the diseases, then the business aspect will not be so much flourishing for them, and they know it very well. That is the reason why I think many people are not focusing on the preventive healthcare system. And the lifestyle modification aspect that the doctor found out in his patients, which gave them a better health outcome, is something we also need to consciously focus on. Because I think if we can take care of our body from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint, from the food we take, and the nutritional choices we make, I think it will be better for us to get control over our health rather than focusing too much on the treatment that we have to take after the disease comes. So that video went extremely viral. I found out recently that the video that the neurosurgeon made was extremely viral. The reason why it got viral is due to the fact that many people could connect with it, and it is actually a problem that we need to focus on. It is actually a gray area that we need to get our blinkers out of our eyes and try to get clear vision about what exactly causing the diseases and how we can prevent, rather than how we can go under treatment for it. And absolutely, obviously, that treatment is needed when it is the only choice for us, but prevention is something that we need to focus on more and more. That's what I believe. Yes, I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding that video.